Alright, welcome to the first Sales Igniter Magento rental screencast. We're going to go over how to add products to the catalog and how to send and return rentals. So it's just going to be a very brief one, and then later we'll get into more details. So here you see the Magento admin panel. I'm going to go to Catalog, Manage Products. And from here I'm going to click Add Product. Here you'll be presented with the different product types you can add, as well as the attribute sets. So a simple product means basically a for sale product. A grouped product is where you have different products that show and are displayed together. A configurable product is one where it has different colors and sizes. But what we want to do here is make a reservation product. I'll click Continue. And we're just going to add some basic info here. And put the SKU, status enabled, tax class none. Then if you want, you can upload images to the product to show on the product info page. I'll just put some filler for the product description. The design and gift options and things you can skip for now. Websites, we'll show it on the website here. Go to paper rentals, and here's the main page we want to focus on, and I'll explain briefly each option. Quantity is how many you have in stock, so I'll put we have 5 in stock. Minimum period is what's the minimum rental period you want to have for this product. So you could, for example, put you only want people to rent for a minimum of 1 day, nothing less. And then maximum, you only want to be able to rent a maximum of 5 days, or whatever period you want. You see you have different options here. The reservation turnover time, let me explain that. So that's how long after the reservation do you want the product to stay out of inventory until you're done getting it shipped to you, or done maintaining it, or whatever things you need to do before the product is rentable again. So for example, if you wanted a day after the original rental to have it out of inventory, then you could put 1 day. And before turnover time is the same thing, but this is before the reservation. So say, for example, if you needed 3 days to ship out the item that you want to add on to the reservation dates, you could put 3 days here, or however long you need it to do for. So going down here, you have the deposit amount, has shipping. That means if you want on checkout to show shipping options. Has custom options. Those are right here, you see in this tab. So those can be for like add-ons or things like that. The pricing type, non-prorated or prorated. Use serials on send and return. So that would be if each inventory for this item has a serial number attached to it. So by default it's disabled, but if you wanted to enable that, you could. And then you'll see down here you can generate serial numbers. So you just click generate and it'll generate serial numbers for the different inventory items, but for now I'm just going to use quantity tracking. Now dates excluded, that's when you don't want the product to be rentable. For example, you could have a from date and a to date and then repeat that during the day of week, daily, monthly, or yearly. But I'm not going to do that. Then pricing, so here's the basic pricing rules you have. So I'm going to make it a 1 day rental is $50, and let's go ahead and set this to any customer group. So you can see that you can have different pricing per customer group, but I'm just going to make this $50 for any customer. The rest of it's fine. Allow overbooking. That's for if you want to allow people to reserve any amount, with regardless to whether you have that inventory in stock or not. Alright, so let's go ahead and save it. Well, let's put it in a category first. So I'll put it in the electronics category. So it looks like it's saved fine. Now, sometimes when you add products, you'll need to re-index your site. That's the indexes make your site load faster, and that's part of Magento. So it doesn't say I need to, but let's just do it just in case. Now let's go to the electronics category and see if it shows up. Let's put it in the furniture category as well. It looks like the electronics is using a special product listing format which doesn't actually show products because it has subcategories. Alright, there it is, test car rental. Now let's choose a start date and an end date. $50 for 1-day rental and add it to cart. I'm going to check out. And I'll just use the account. Go through the checkout process. Okay, so I placed my order. You can see I already had a product in my cart there, so I added the other product as well. Now let's go to the admin and see how you manage the order. So under orders, it's going to show up. Since I didn't pay using a credit card, I still need to invoice and mark it as paid. So you do that by going to Sales, Orders, and then you click Invoice. This is just how Magento does invoicing. So I'm going to submit that. So once the order is invoiced, then the inventory will be reserved. So now I'm going to go to Paper Rentals, Send and Return Report, and this will show me what stuff needs to be sent and returned. So I'll just choose some dates here and see what stuff is ready to be sent. Select Search to be sent items. So here's where stuff is checked out of inventory and checked back in. So you can see I have this test car rental here. I'm going to mark that to be sent, or you can just say checked out, however you want to look at it. Now that's been checked out. Let's go and return it now. So I'll just checkbox it and return it. Now when I go to Paper Rental Send Return History, I can see what's been sent or checked out and what's been returned. You'll see there the test car rental I just did and the dates. In the paper rentals, you also have a quantity report, and this will show you how much quantity of an item you have per day. So you'll see you have resource week and resource month. Those will tell you the quantity available per week and month, and you can change how many are shown per day or how many products are shown per page. And if you go to Paper Rental Settings, you'll see there's a few settings you can adjust. Number of prices on listing. So that's how many prices show on the product listing pages. For example, here. That's this price right here. You can show more price points if you want. You also have the time increments. This is for time of day drop downs. How many calendars to show on the product info page. So right now it's set to 1, but if you wanted to say show 3 months at a time, when the people are selecting dates, you could do it like that. And then the store open and close time. So this affects again the time of day drop down. So that about does it for the paper rental section. Now as far as Magento in general, you'll find a lot of information online. If you go to System Configuration, you'll be able to adjust a lot of your store settings and things. So you'll want to go over all these settings here to make sure they're set to your information. For example, your contact address, the state. You can go to your contact information, email addresses. You'll want to go through those. You'll also want to check out your shipment settings and what ones you have enabled in case you want to offer shipping for your rental items, as well as your payment methods. Those will be set here. Magento also has cache and indexing, so sometimes you'll want to refresh those if they get out of date. You won't really need to do it too much, but if you do add products to your catalog, make sure to refresh your index management here. So that about does it for a brief overview. You also want to check out the CMS manager. You can edit the pages of your website there. And then the catalog, you can set up your product categories under the catalog manage categories section. Thanks for watching.